Expend4bles, or Expendables 4. This is the spoiler review. I do have a review up on my blog, soundofbettermyhead.com. I don't think there's any spoilers in there. Not that there's like that many spoilers to begin with. I actually ended up giving this movie a 1.5 out of 5. I flirted with doing a 2-star, but I think those negatives just bugged me enough that I just couldn't do it. I've seen the other 3 films in this franchise, and I honestly really don't remember anything about them. I have a rough idea which stars were in them. I kind of vaguely remember some details here and there, but it's a pretty forgettable series. I mean, the concept's, it's a throwback series. You're taking like a lot of 80s action stars and some modern stars, and big bloody action, set pieces, and people getting shot up by machine guns, which is fine. That's what it is. What it is. So I'm not expecting anything too crazy out of the series. This last one, and I know they had rumblings that Stallone was thinking about stepping down as the lead of the series and passing the baton on to Jason Statham. I was pretty shocked the way they did it here was that in the beginning of the film, Stallone's character is apparently killed, and that's how Statham basically takes over. But it basically went from being a team. First of all, losing Stallone made a bigger impact than you would expect, because I was actually pretty happy to see him on the screen again, seeing him just that kind of old school, just the badass role, like not trying to be anything serious. He's not Rocky down on his luck. This is just classic Stallone, and that's where his star power I think is pretty strong. And then you lose that, pretty much the rest of the movie. And Statham's fine. Statham's a good action star. I don't know if he's quite got the acting chops for the leading man portion of it. And he just doesn't have that mega star power that Stallone does. So I think it loses a little something there. It just feels like another Statham, action flick. And it also hurts that most of the other Expendable team members are just basically shifted off to the background. Everybody kind of has a little moment to shine in the opening sequence, and then kind of nothing for a while, and then even in the final sequence, not a lot of people get a chance to do much. They get maybe one quick scene, and they usually get it taken out at the expense of like a newer character. I thought that hurt the film. It just didn't feel like an ensemble piece. It just felt like the Statham show, and that's not really what I came to see. As far as the new characters, 50 Cent was fine. Like, nothing one way or another about him. I was like, okay, he's just there. And it's 50 Cent. The character of Lash was fine. She came in pretty late in the game. They gave her a little bit more to do than a lot of the other characters. But again, there's no background, nothing to her besides, hey, I got this whip and whatever it was. And I look cool. I think the worst part about the film is Megan Fox. Nothing wrong with her as an actress or anything, not getting into that, but just they bring her in like we were supposed to know who she was. Like they act like she's some established character we should have already known, that we're supposed to know that she's like a badass on par with like these other guys. And it's like I kept thinking, did I miss something? Was she in another movie? I thought she was new to this. So it was weird the way they brought her in. Never once felt like she could hang with these dudes. Like her biggest action sequence, it was edited weird. You really don't see her face that often, so it felt like it was a stunt woman the whole time. And then they would just cut to Megan Fox, occasionally when she'd have like an armbar on Statham's character, just to, make you think it was still her. It just didn't work. And then on top of that, every action scene, even after their little sex scene, every time you see her hair and makeup are perfect. Like, nothing's out of place. She always looks like she's gonna go modeling after this. It's like, dude, she's supposed to be like this badass warrior, and like I said, she looks like she's ready to do a photo shoot every time you see her. And it just took something away. It made it even feel less like she was like, a badass action star. She was just posing. And as far as the action itself, nothing really stood out very much. A couple things here and there. A lot of it was hurt by the fact that all the blood and guts seem to be pretty much CG. Like someone's head gets blown off, it looks CG. The squibs, it's fine. You want to make those CG, but if someone gets like blown away by a gun and ripped to shreds, it looked like it was CG. Just even when they're driving past certain things, the background looks like it was green screen. Like, even when they're just standing around, there's a scene when Megan Fox is standing on a boat and looks like it's all green screen. Just it took away from, you know, the film that much more. It's like, okay, this stuff's not even happening. It's all just CG and blue screen or whatever that they happen to use. So I think that hurt it a lot. I think that's one of the biggest, that and the Megan Fox stuff, I think really hurt it for me. Where I was like, you know what, I want to like this film, and you're not doing it. This is not working. You know, there was a couple moments that tried to be emotional, and they just didn't connect because, you know, these are not that type of actor. They don't really can't sell that type of stuff. When Statham's character is about to sacrifice himself, and Megan Fox's character is like his girlfriend, and like she had almost no reaction. Like, all right, he's probably gonna kill himself, you know, save everybody. So I don't know, that hurt it. I thought they really could have used a megastar on the bad guy side. You know, we've seen like Mel Gibson and, you know, Van Damme. Not really megastars, but as far as action films go, you know, big stars. And you really didn't have one. And then, you know, at the very end, they had the twist. So it's Garcia is the bad guy the whole time. I don't think he has that. You know, he just didn't feel like I knew, you know, what the film needed to kind of up the ante on the bad guy side. Like, I don't know. Just, like I said, just nothing really jumped out at me. Nothing like said, okay, this is cool. And then even then, in the back of my mind, I'm still thinking there was just the way they did it, even though it was a charred corpse. I'm still thinking there was a chance that Stallone's character did not die. I thought it was pretty ballsy to kill him off, but I kind of kept thinking, like, are they going to bring him back? And then sure enough, he shows up at the end and he faked his own death. And it was actually kind of cruel because the guy that he basically murdered to take his place just seemed like a douchebag. He wasn't like a villain that we know of. Like, the only thing bad that he did was beat Stallone's character in a thumb wrestling contest and took his ring, and he didn't want to give it back. Like, that was good enough reason to like murder the guy. Like, it just seemed kind of like weird. They're just laughing about it. It's like, oh yeah, let's kill the guy. Like, I don't know. It seemed like he should have did something more, or maybe he's a douche. You know, maybe he murdered some people. I don't know. Could have added a little something on to it besides the fact that he just was, you know, a dickhead. But I guess that's probably about it. Like, there's not like a lot of stuff to talk about this movie. It was just didn't ask for much out of it. It's like, you know what, give me some cool action scenes. You know, we got these big action stars and, you know, some new people that see they can prove themselves to be like cool action stars. And, you know, that's all you really need. And it just felt like it just didn't deliver on like anything. You know, so you lose Stallone most of the movie. The Statham show just didn't quite work for the, you know, this type of film, especially pushing everybody to the background. Not that everyone in the background was that great to begin with, and they didn't seem to know what to do with anybody else anyways. So, like I said, that's about it. So, I have the non-spoiler version of this review up. I have some other reviews on there, TV reviews, movie reviews. I got my comic strip. I got all those at soundedbettermyhead.com. If you guys want to check that out, that's cool. Other than that, thanks for watching.